Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing episode on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. I'm your host, Bernadette, and joining me today is Anna. How are you?
Hi, Bernadette. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
happy to be here.
awesome. So, Anna, can you tell us more about you and the work that you do?
Okay. Um, well, I'll tell you very briefly. I've been in the field of personal development since I was 19 years old, and that was 30 years ago. I always been interested in having my questions answered, understanding things, and how make things work the way I want it, of course, right? So since I was very young and I got into that field, and it really impacted my life at such a young age. Um, and around, well, I was able, I have a background in marketing and sales. I was in the IT industry for many years, and I've been traveling and living in many cities in different countries. So I have a very wide perspective of things and backgrounds and cultural very extensive. And I discovered hypnosis around, well, I knew about it, but I got really in touch with it about 15 years ago. And what I really like about it is hypnosis is a tool that allows you to work with your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is the part of you, the part of your mind that we are not really aware, but it's really in charge of a lot in our life. Um, so, but understanding how does it work and what is possible, I get really into it, really fascinated by it. So fast forward a couple of years later, I became certified here in Miami, where I was living at the time. And I started working in my apartment. I used to live down the in Brickell in my living room, seeing clients, and I was so fascinated. Um, then, well, we moved with my family to Europe. I was living in Germany for a few years, and then I had COVID hit over there, so I started working locally and online. So ever since, I've been working internationally a lot.
Mm,
And yeah, that's really
yeah, yeah,
my
that's
history.
awesome.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, you started very young, personal development.
Yeah.
What sparked that initiation for you to start so young?
I've been a very curious person since I was very young. I am, I guess if that's one word, way to describe me is I'm very curious. I always want to have answers. I don't settle for no. I don't settle for no, you can't. No, that doesn't work for me. I
Yeah,
have to find a way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, ever since when I was very young, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's really cool.
And I always was looking really to find ways to improve,
Mm,
to learn faster, better, to feel better, right?
mm,
I wanted to feel better. I wanted to understand. I wanted to achieve more.
mm.
And all of that, I was one step at a time,
Yeah,
getting all of those things.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
an endless search.
yeah, yeah. I
It's really
agree.
an endless
Definitely.
search,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's an amazing mindset to have, to want to know, to be curious and to problem
Mm.
solve. If I may put it that way? It's a hunger to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So tell us more about hypnosis and some myths that society have about it.
Oh, where to start, right? I like to put things in a very easy way so everybody can understand. Hypnosis is a very efficient state of the mind. It is similar to daydreaming. It is similar to, for example, when you're really focused studying or reading a book or very into a movie, so much that you are feeling the emotions of what's going on the screen. and for a moment you're just feeling like you're even crying or laughing or whatever, right? So you're really immersed into something. Um, that's what it is at the very simple level. Um, but what it does is, as I was, to understand hypnosis, you want to understand a little bit about how the mind works.
Mm,
To put it very simple, there are two basic levels in the mind. We have the conscious mind, right? It's the mind that we are right now, right here. Is the one that executes, the one that is rationalizing, the one that is thinking, the one that is solving in the here and now, right? In the here and now. But below our level of awareness, there is the subconscious mind, and that's where really the interesting things are cooking. That's where all the emotions are, uh, memory that seems to be permanent, right? And we haven't
mm.
really heard somebody that ran out of memory, right? For anything.
Yeah.
Um, so it's memories, emotions, long-term memory, emotions, habits,
Mhm,
habits of thought and habits of behaviors, of course,
mm,
reactions, all of those things are there.
yeah.
And hypnosis is a tool that
Mm,
enables you to access that part of the mind that
yeah.
is protected, right? It's not really uncovered.
Mm,
So hypnosis is a tool that allows you to access that part of the mind. And when you use it with the purposes of making change,
mhm,
you can program that subconscious mind and make changes. You can make changes of imprints that you may have.
yeah.
Most of them were seated when we were very, very young, before our conscious mind was able to really understand what was going on around, usually before the age of 7.
Mhm,
Okay. Of course, with exceptions, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So we are able to access the part and make some changes, say, changes in perceptions,
Mhm,
in ideas that maybe serve us back in the day, but
mm,
not anymore,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And kind of like I come from the IT world, so I like to call it updating the software
Mhm, yeah. Yeah.
uh, of this amazing organic computer that we have right here.
Mm, yeah.
So you can change what is commonly known as blockages that you may have, right?
Mhm,
Things on the way for
yeah.
you to become the person that you really want to be.
Yeah. 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 I
So,
love that. Thank you for sharing. Would you say that it's true that under hypnosis, someone can be controlled to do something that they don't want to do?
no, not at all. Not at all. That's one of the
Yeah.
main misconceptions, right? Thanks to the media and Hollywood. And
Mm,
no, not at all. Because in order for hypnosis to, or the work with hypnosis to work,
mhm,
you, the person that is receiving, needs to be in agreement, needs to be in agreement with what is being told or suggested, really. So no, it's not gonna happen. I mean, otherwise probably hypnotists will be multimillionaires out there, and we will definitely hear it by social media by now, right?
yeah. 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 Thank you for
So
sharing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so many misconceptions in Hollywood, and unfortunately, most of us end up believing those lies that are not the truth at all. And they get scared and turn away, and they don't
yeah,
really access the gifts they need to.
yeah, it's actually a very natural state of the mind. And we are, the funny thing is that we are in
Yeah,
and out of the state
yeah,
very often.
yeah.
Very often. I mean, when I'm very concentrated in something and doing some research, some work, I'm completely focused. That's a natural state of hypnosis.
Yeah.
Another very well known is if you're driving a car, for example,
Mhm,
and you are going to your destination and you are so into your thoughts, maybe daydreaming, it's thinking, it's something, and you're not consciously thinking about the route, but
mm,
you reach your destination. And then when you get there, you say, oh, I don't know how I got here, really, right? You were not really consciously thinking. Who was in charge?
mm.
That part of your mind that you are not really aware, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Very powerful.
yeah. Yeah, can you touch a little bit on daydreaming? Because I do that all the time. I have to snap myself into what we call reality.
Well, daydreaming is basically a state of natural hypnosis. It's when you are immersed in your own thoughts, your own dreams.
Mm,
You are very into it, and you're in a natural state of hypnosis. So what you would like to do in those moments is you would like to maybe play some positive suggestions for yourself and take advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think all of us maybe have done this. When someone is talking to us,
Hmm.
by the time they're done, we only pick up a few sentences. We were
Yeah.
completely checked out. What happens when that happens to people?
Yeah, that's one of the things that is getting very, very serious, especially lately with we're in the era of information, right? We
Mm,
have tons of information left and right. So we are very used to have a busy mind.
mhm,
One of the things that is very useful, very, very useful, and I really encourage absolutely everyone to try is try to quiet the mind more. Practice because it's a practice.
mhm.
Quieting the mind more.
Yeah.
Um, Quieting your thoughts. That doesn't mean that you're going to quiet completely your mind, just slow it down.
Mhm.
And the more you practice, the better you become. When you quiet your, when you're actively practicing quieting your mind,
Yeah. Yeah.
I call it, I like my analogies with technology. I like to call it as if we are connected to the cloud.
Mm,
You're
yeah.
connecting to the source. You're connected to a higher source of wisdom and power.
Mm,
And you are getting that
yeah.
downloaded into you.
Yeah.
And that's achievable. That's available for everyone.
Mhm.
Um, it's free
Yeah.
and it's really beneficial in so many areas of our
Mm,
lives. I am a huge believer that we as human beings, we have a marvel, we live inside a marvelous body,
mm.
and a lot of things happen completely automatic without us thinking about it, right? Like digestion, for example. We don't think about it. It's such an
Yeah.
amazing, complex process. So
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Same thing with breathing. We're not thinking about breathing. Oh, I'm gonna breathe. No, you're not taking care. The other part of your self is taking care of it, right? And
Yeah.
it's absolutely perfect. It makes everything works in such a harmony inside,
Yeah.
flashing the body to the brain, to the rest of the organs. So I am a huge believer that we have a complete self-regulation
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
with meditation.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love that you compared it to breathing because I've heard of breath work, and
Yeah.
most of us are not consciously breathing. We're
Yes, I
breathing,
agree.
but we're not doing it in a way that we know we should. Can you
Yeah.
tie that to hypnosis a little bit? How it's very relatable.
It can they can work together, of course. Um, I have done what is this breathing? It's very deep breathing, d-
Yeah,
um, breath work. I thought it was great. Um,
yeah,
and you can combine it with putting suggestions or program your mind. I think breathing is a wonderful, fantastic way, and we all should learn how to breathe properly.
yeah.
And everything can start with a tiny, tiny little step, like just become aware of your breathing or aware to the fact that you are breathing. Something
Mhm.
that we take it for granted.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, just try to make that little exercise of become aware of your breathing every here and there.
Hmm.
Maybe while doing dishes or, cleaning up the
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
focusing a little bit on the breathing. And that actually helps quieting the mind.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I consciously tried to do breath work. I was high as a kite because I
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit dizzy and then my body tingling. I'm like, I've never experienced this before, even though I should experience it regularly. But over time, uh, my body and mind, they knew what was happening. It's always the shock to the system when we first try those things out.
Yeah, yeah. It
Mhm.
is powerful. I had an experience not too long ago, and it is powerful. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What
I
was your
again, right?
experience?
A colleague of mine who does
Mm,
breath work.
yeah, yeah.
He did it
That's
on me,
awesome.
yeah, it was really cool. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, that's awesome.
Um, I think again, breathing. I think is so important,
Mm,
so important, right?
yeah, yeah. So Anna, would you say that everybody can be hypnotized? because some of us have very, very busy minds. And I can relate where our thoughts are going so fast, it's even hard to think while we're thinking.
Yeah, everybody has the same question. Everybody thinks, I don't think I will be able to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
Um, a few things on that, right? Number one, you're not going to stop thinking. You're going to be hearing everything around you, everything. The voice of the person that is guiding you. You're going to be hearing, I don't know, the air condition or a car, or whatever is going around you. The
Yeah.
difference is it's not going to bother you.
Mm,
Um, And of course, the whole process of getting someone into the appropriate state is a process, right? It's a process. You take a few steps, or at the end, the professional person that is guiding you to
mhm,
take you into certain steps and is watching you exactly your changes physiologically so it can know where are you and where it needs to take you
mm,
uh, to achieve the goals that we are for the session. And the answer to your question really is yes, most of the people can be hypnotized.
mhm.
The only people that cannot be hypnotized is, I mean, people with certain medical conditions that are not recommended. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but most of that is anyone really can get into the state. Yeah. Guided by the professional. Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I know we've been talking about the subconscious mind. Can you
Yeah.
tell us with hypnotherapy, what happens to the subconscious mind? What does it bring to the surface for us to work on?
So back to the beginning. So we have these basically two levels of the mind, the one that we are aware and the one that we are not aware. So
Mhm,
hypnosis is a tool that enables us to access that subconscious part of our mind and make changes.
mm,
Number one, make changes in what is on the way. Why this thing that you should be doing, it should be maybe easier or is too hard for you, why you can change it. Make those changes in perceptions, imprints,
mhm,
okay? And then once we got that out of the way, then we proceed to program, or as I like to call it, sell the idea to the subconscious mind.
yeah.
You want to convince the subconscious mind that
Mhm,
this is what you want from now on. And there's a whole process involved into that, right?
mhm,
And once the subconscious mind agrees to that,
yeah.
basically it becomes much, much easier for the person to achieve it. And this can be really very wide open. I mean, it can be as simple as I want to wake up in the mornings, or I want to become more active, or I want to eat less sweets, or I want to eat more healthy, or I want to achieve my goals, or I wanna, I don't wanna have fears towards, I don't know, people have fears about flying, driving, hates, you name
Mm,
it, right?
yeah.
Um, or I wanna become more confident, or I wanna be able to do public speaking well.
Mhm,
So the whole process make the changes right there. And this is completely backed by science. Um,
mm,
Starting since the 90s, with these exams like EGGs, what is the other one here? Functional magnetic resonance imaging. We can we can actually go there and look exactly what changes are happening on the
yes.
mind, on the brain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're very interesting.
Mm, yeah, yeah, thank you for sharing. What does a session look like when you're working with your client or clients? And also do you work with male, female, or anybody?
Both. I both
Okay.
with people that is that wants to is motivated to change.
Okay.
Someone that says, what, yeah, I want to do, I want to achieve this, or I want to, I want to become more active, or I want to become more confident, or want to,
Mhm.
achieve these goals, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
Or with one that is willing to basically follow my guidance and be able to pay attention.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
how a session looks like, first, we sit down and we agreed exactly on what are we going to work on, and we put it into writing, like, okay, I need this and this and this and that. So we got the goals very clear. And then once we got the goals very clear, we start the work. We work first, looking what is on the way, what needs to be, updated in the software of the mind. And then we proceed to do the programming.
Mm,
Uh, it's a it's a gentle process. I like to call it some sort of mental spa.
I like
Usually,
that.
usually I yeah, usually I like to use relaxation,
Hmm.
physical relaxation and mental relaxation. It feels very pleasant. People love it.
Yeah.
Um, and then we do the work. We do the work, I mean, depending on absolutely every situation is different. Every
Mhm.
case is different, is specific. I like to work one-on-one on every single person with
Mhm.
exactly the needs of that person. I'm
Yeah.
also a huge believer of self-hypnosis. Once we clear what is on the way, you can do self-hypnosis to do what I call maintenance.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I've done self-hypnosis and I continue to do it.
Great.
Massive shift and change. And I noticed everything is just more calm, just like the water in the background there behind me there. And
Yeah.
it's just more calm because at times the calmness can fool people. It can fool us. Here's what I mean by that. It can look very calm and soothing on the surface, but underneath it's chaos. So
Yeah.
that calmness on the surface, I blend it all together and make a beautiful, delicious recipe out of it. And I'm enjoying life more and what it's like to think clearly and to express clearly and to just
Yeah.
be without expectations.
That is it. Yeah. You
Hmm.
got it. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
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 I love to use it. I do meditation every single day and I look forward to it every day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
as a general, completely holistic approach. And
Mhm.
I use self-hypnosis whenever I want to program myself for certain things.
Yeah.
But it's like honestly, it's a never ending
Yeah.
um
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
process. You finish with one thing and then, oh, I want to work into this now. I want to do
Yeah.
this. I want to achieve that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So do you do hypnotherapy or meditation during the day, midday, or nighttime? I do nighttime because as soon as I get up, I just get out and I
Yeah.
go, and I have stuff to do. But at nighttime, I know that I'm gonna be falling asleep. That's when I do it.
Okay, great. I've done it too at night to
Yeah.
sleep. Yeah. Um, I like to do it either first thing in the morning or before I pick up my girls from school.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Either
Speaking of,
one.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, Both of them work for me.
Mhm.
Early in the morning, it kind of set up step pace for the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I like to, program myself to how my day is going to look like, influence my own self, basically, um, in the morning or at midday when I am already been doing a lot of stuff. And then I kind of want like a little break and boom, start again. Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So either one.
Yeah, yeah. Can you talk to us about how us parents can learn to stay positive, focused, and learn to hypnotize ourselves? Uh, because when we have kids, we have so much to do.
Yeah.
Some people they do things differently, which is perfectly fine. But some of us we work with a list to get the thoughts and the stuff we need to get out and get done on a list. I'm a list person. If it's written down, then I know I can tackle it. If I have to keep thinking, then I'm wrestling with my thought. I'm forgetting what I need to do. What are your thoughts on that?
That's the way to go, really, because that way you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
As a parents and people that work, we are very busy, right? Um, Number one thing now that you mentioned parenting,
Mhm. Mhm.
we are very, very responsible. in the way we can program our kids, because
Yeah.
for our kids, we are the world. We mean the
Mhm.
universe. They look up to us, right?
Mhm.
So it's very important that we give them positive suggestions all the time to kids. Instead of focusing in the negative, reinforcing the positives all the time. Because what we drill into them, that's what it's gonna become their beliefs.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
that one is very, very important, and try to provide them. Of course, sometimes I'm gonna be a little hard for us, obviously, right? We're humans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just try to remember that they are absorbing at all times.
Yeah.
And remember ourselves that we need to be patient sometimes,
Mm.
because they don't know. They are growing, right? They're kids. They're in different stages that we all pass through already.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. So how long would you say it typically takes to get any results from hypnotherapy?
There are many ways to work. Um, I like to cover a lot of parts, but it really depends on what the person wants, what the person is
Mm.
looking to achieve. For example, working on habits,
Mm.
creating a brand new habit, it can be very short, maybe 1 or 2 sessions. On average, I like to work between 5 sessions, maybe 6 sessions. That's my average.
Mm. Okay.
That's my average. And most of my clients start noticing results for the very first session,
Mm.
because you work directly with the subconscious mind. They start feeling either more calm, more relaxed, or less anxiety in general,
Mhm.
um, or more leaning towards what we're working on.
Yeah.
Um, they
Yeah.
start noticing average from session number one session, and then from now, every single session is even more powerful. It's really more insightful.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Can you tell us what is the difference between hypnotherapy and meditation? Because some people get them confused and they put them in one box, and therefore that's
Yeah.
what they are, or they're bad. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. So when we meditate, we basically lower the frequency of our thoughts, which is the same thing that we do with hypnosis, where
Mm.
basically we're going from this to
Mm.
lowering the thought. You're going to continue thinking. You will,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's going to be slower. Okay. So
Mhm.
you're not going to be firing thoughts, like cars on the freeway.
Yeah.
It's going to be much slower. And talking about brain activity, and this again has been tested,
Yeah.
they work on the same activity level.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alpha and theta. The thing is, meditation is, I like to explain it, it's a much more passive state where you are working on sometimes focus on your breathing, or focusing on a phrase, or on thoughts or sounds around you, focusing on something,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that's it. And then you are really in a receiving state. That's a
Mm.
meditation, and it has wonderful benefits, and there's tons of research out there.
Yeah.
Self-hypnosis or hypnosis, you are in the same brain state,
Mhm.
but besides receiving, you are working towards programming yourself for something.
Mm.
So you're basically taking advantage of being in that state that is so good for the body, but
Mhm.
also you're programming yourself.
Mhm.
Um, and then if somebody, a professional, is guiding you, is utilizing much more steps,
Yeah.
and is making sure that you're getting there, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Just
Oh,
to make it
yeah.
was it clear.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Okay.
What are some techniques that you prefer over others, or do you just prefer all techniques when it comes to hypnotherapy?
I have a ton of techniques in my toolbox. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because as a curious person, I spend an insane amount of time researching and studying.
Mm,
And I've been lucky enough that I've been able to learn from the best of the best here in the US and in Europe. In Europe, it's widely used. It's completely different here in America.
mm,
It's yeah,
yeah.
it's a different level. What are techniques? It really depends on each case.
Mm,
Every single case is different. That's why I really like to have one-on-one sessions, because every single person have different needs and is ready, depending on how ready the person is for certain things and what are their needs, and what is going to be appropriate for that person, to be honest.
mm,
uh,
yeah.
it's a bunch of techniques that are very powerful.
Yeah.
Bottom line, use appropriately for the person is very powerful regardless of what you use.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. So are you on YouTube? Do you do meditation videos that people can listen to?
No, I don't really have time for doing that. I'm not really that good on social media. No, I am on X, I am on Facebook mainly, and most
Mhm.
of my clients I work are referrals.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. On my website, I have a bunch of information too.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So as we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to share? Anything I didn't get to ask you?
Just one thing that I think it really got me at the beginning is you can really achieve a lot using the power of your mind.
Mhm.
And it's nothing, mystical, magical. No, it's a normal, natural state of the mind that you wanna learn to use it, or use it with a professional person that can guide you, and you can really make changes. Anything that is bothering you right now that you wanna improve, change, achieve, etc.
Mhm.
Once you are in alignment with your subconscious mind, you can achieve it.
Mm, I love
Yeah, I
that.
definitely want to share that with everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. What is your website?
Is pacificahypnosis.com.
Oh, that's easy.
It's easy. It's Pacific, like the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah,
but with an A,
yeah,
pacificahypnosis.com.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have
Awesome.
tons of information. Of course, I offer free consultation. I see clients worldwide. And
Mhm.
I think I'm offering for the listeners of this podcast, a 40% off for the first session,
Yeah,
just mentioning your podcast, Bernadette.
yeah, yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having me
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
able to share this with all your audience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've enjoyed hearing of the work that you're doing. I have one last question for you, which I
Yeah.
asked every single guest. What is the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life: grow,
Mm,
experience,
yeah.
grow, experience,
Mhm.
um, and be your best version.
Mm, I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Thank you.
Be
Thank
the
you.
best version of that you can be of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anna, for coming on the podcast, for
You're very
sharing your
welcome.
expertise, wisdom, and work that you're doing. Continue to do the work that you're doing because we need it. So thank you.
I'm a huge believer of that too. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, Bernadette.
You're welcome. You're welcome.